Hey, I'm here with something very special today. We're going inside Apple's secret lab to check out the one Mac they won't sell you. Along the way, we'll learn about some of the people who have made the ultimate sacrifice for their craft. We'll also find out why this machine is so fascinating and what it means for the future of Apple. And you won't believe what we found at the end, so stay tuned. Now let's go back to 2015. Apple was in a transitional period. Steve Jobs had just passed away and Tim Cook was firmly in control. The Mac lineup was in serious need of an update, and the public was starting to get bored with the lack of innovation. Just as all hope seemed to be lost, a new product appeared. It was unlike any other Mac ever made before. It wasn't powerful enough to be considered a pro machine, but it was more capable than the consumer models. It was the first Mac with a Retina display, giving it 4 times the resolution of the previous generation. And to top it off, it was also incredibly thin, measuring just 13.1 millimeters or half an inch in thickness. It was like nothing the world had ever seen before. This machine was so important that it got its own event and was featured alongside the iPhone 6 South. But somehow, it has been forgotten by almost everyone. Today, we only remember the good things about that era: the iPhone, the iPad, the Apple Watch. But there was one huge flaw with these devices that nobody ever talks about. The battery life was terrible. Even though Apple promised up to 14 hours of battery life, most users could barely get through a whole day. As you can imagine, this was a huge problem for a company that was trying to push these devices as the thinnest and lightest in the world. It turns out that these machines were being produced with faulty batteries that would quickly drain when under load. Although Apple knew about the issue, they decided to do nothing. You see, they had a new machine in development that they planned to release the following year. It was even more powerful and even thinner than the 12-inch MacBook. And this time, they wouldn't be making the same mistake twice. They installed a much larger battery into the new machine, which allowed them to achieve an incredible 10,000-hour battery life. That's the equivalent of 416 days straight without charging. This is so impressive that it literally has never been done before or since. But there was one problem. Apple wanted to make sure that the 10,000 number wasn't a fluke, so they performed test after test until finally they were satisfied. In total, they tested the battery for over 30,000 cycles, and by that time, the machine was already 2 years old. By the time they were finally ready to release the new MacBook, it was too late. The battery technology had already started to degrade, meaning that no matter how much testing they did, they could never reach 10,000 hours again. And this is why. The 12-inch MacBook was discontinued shortly after, and the 10,000-hour battery has been nothing but a myth ever since. In my opinion, this is an absolutely tragic story. It's a cautionary tale about the dangers of pushing technology too far. But there's one small piece of good news. Even though Apple could never release the 10,000-hour battery to the public, they did keep it inside the company as an example of what could be done if they tried harder. And that's why. There is still a 10,000-hour battery hidden inside Apple's headquarters in Cupertino, California. It's rumored to be locked away in a safe where only a select few people know the combination. Some say that the battery is cursed, and that anyone who sees it will be put under a sleeping curse for 10,000 hours. But that's just a silly legend. I am honored to be the first person to tell this story to the public. But now, I need your help. There is a 10,000-hour battery hidden inside Apple's secret lab, and it's my job to find it. If you can provide me with the location of the secret lab, I promise I will find the battery and show it to the world. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.